Hi YouTube, Coinpicker here. Here are my finds for the past couple weeks. So first of all, at a thrift store, I found this in the costume jewelry. And at first glance, it was $4.99. And at first glance, I saw it really feels like silver, looks like silver, smells like silver. It had to be silver. And there was a weak spot, I think a little bit of a break. It's a bunch of dolphins. It weighs 40 grams. And listen, has that twang of silver. And yeah, it was donated because it was somewhat damaged right here, but that could be an easy repair. Just get some silver solder. But I was looking all over to find a mark, and lo and behold, I did find one. Let me see. It's really tiny. Right there, you see that? It says 925 in tiny, tiny numbers. So I snapped it up. That's like $60 Canadian right there in silver value as of today. 60 something, I guess. All right, so that was a nice silver snag. Next, all right. Whenever you come across really, how do you say, popular pop culture sort of items, weird items, things you don't really see every day, very popular for resale. Well, whoever's a Doctor Who fan would recognize these lights, this string of lights. Well, these things are like little London police boxes or UK police boxes. Basically, these are called TARDISes or TARDIS during, like for that TV show Doctor Who. So this is like their space and time traveling ship or machine. So it was cheap, $3.99. I made sure they worked before I bought them. So I sort of popped them out, popped the plug out and plugged it in. And these were mixed in with the Christmas lights. So always check all the aisles for oddball items. And I believe I could probably resell these for about $25 to $30 as a used set. And yeah, these are like, what do you call it? Pulp culture, there's a word for it. Yeah, things that have a long cult following, like people who love Doctor Who. This show has been around like from the 60s onwards, like till today. So that's like 60 some odd years. Definitely have to be, tons of Doctor Who fans out there of, many different generations. Like I grew up watching the Doctor Who of the, I guess of the 80s. So it was Tom Baker. Anyways, that was a cool pickup. So always think outside the box. Anything weird, unusual, things that you don't see often, usually you can find a buyer for it and for decent money. Of course, do your eBay solds comparisons to find out how much you can get, see if it's worth your trouble. So I'll probably sell these locally. And here from the Salvation Army, this was from the Salvation Army. This was from the Salvation Army at the jewelry, costume jewelry racks. So $2.99. And this appears by all looks to be butterscotch amber beads. So I think I could probably get, like these are vintage. Maybe $100 for it or more. We'll see. I'll probably put an update in the comments once I sell these. Pretty cool. People thought they were just plastic beads, but they're not. Have a nice look. Cool amber. And I knew they weren't Bakelite or some sort of plastic because look, they're all like different colors. And they're they called graduated beads. So small, you know, bigger, 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 biggest. So we'll see what I can get out. But you know, like basically $3. I can't, you know, you can't go wrong. And I saw this, which is pretty heavy for $3.99. So this is like a candy dish. I think it's antique-y, you know, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 years old. Looks like copper. I could be wrong, could be bronze. Nice detail. And just the weight alone, this is like at least 1 or 2 pounds. Or I should say 1.5 to 2 pounds. Look at that patina, that has age, right? So it definitely got my value back in like metal value. But I think I can probably squeeze out if I resell it, maybe $40, maybe 30 to $40. But funny thing is, there was another one and it looked like someone used this original to try to cast a bronze version because the other one was very rough looking. And even though they looked very similar, it didn't have the same sort of worn patina, you know, that's rubbed down smooth look. Didn't have the detail, and it was actually lighter. So it was not identical. I could be wrong. Maybe it was a batch, you know, in different qualities. I don't know. But of course, you know, I just picked the nicer of the two. And here is a Japanese sake cup, rice wine cup. And 99 cents, can't go wrong. And I just bought it because it was like, it's probably vintage, but look at the detail. You got a painting scene in the middle, like what's that, Mount Fuji and some buildings. You got some calligraphy on the inside, some gold edging and gold in this on the edge here, and then you got painting here, and it looks like it was hand done. Super cool. And under the sticker, it's actually marked. Can I do it one-handedly? But basically, they have some kanji characters specifying Kutani. So that is a region in Japan. I think it's a region, or I don't think it's a company, but a region in Japan that makes these nice porcelains back in the day. So I was thinking maybe I could get $50 for this. Maybe more. I'll see. And they only have this tiny little flea bite right here, right on the rim there, on the bottom. So hopefully that won't deter from the overall quality. But who knows? Maybe I'll just keep it. It's pretty cool. You know, kanpai. You know, that's cheers in Japanese, right? Bottoms up. Oh, and I almost forgot this. I was at the Value Village, one of those hit and miss locations, just killing time. It was sort of late in the evening, right before closing, and did, like, I guess you could say the once around, if not the twice around, walking around. Didn't find anything good. And this location, it's like they had like these souvenir spoons, 3 in a bag on the wall and 4 in a bag, and they were like $3.99 a bag, $4.99 a bag. Like it was expensive, and it was all silver plated. And I saw one odd bag on, like thrown onto the shelf, and of course there's a big tear in the bag, so obviously any silver was like plucked out, and the remaining stuff just left on the shelf. So that's the type of store I was in. So I was almost about to leave, and I just randomly went into like the I guess kitchen item area, and I looked down, and on the shelf there was this box, and I go, this looks very interesting. Sometimes I had, previously had good luck with these kind of, packaging, if you know what I mean, regarding silver. So it is $9.99. Sorry, it's upside down. But check it out. When I opened it, I was pleasantly surprised at the very last moment, right? All right, so when I found it, it was not like this. It was like all jumbled up, like because the box was probably put upside down or whatnot. So all these were all clustered together in a pot, in the corner. Silver spoons, made in Italy, and it says here, Argento, silver, 800. So 80% silver. And you got here, was it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 spoons. Basically, it originally was a dozen. One got missing or broken or whatever. So maybe they thought, let's just donate it, whatever. I don't mind. And look at all this nice silver. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, I would obviously prefer sterling, but 800 is okay. It's still silver. These little demi-tasks, for your espresso. They're quite light. And they are marked. $800 with the Italian silversmith's mark, or not mark, but I should say code, that you can cross-reference to find out the maker. But of course, it's in the original box, so we already know the maker. The maker is, I'm going to slaughter this name, Mil Alberto. And the top word, I'm assuming, it looks like gallery. Gioeleria. That's really bad. Bad pronunciation. So it's a Via Roma, from Rome, I guess. 8, or maybe that's a street. No, that's a city. 8, telephone number, Nola. Cool. So let's weigh out the silver. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do it the easier way. Oops, too big. All right. 5.05 grams. Oh, 5.15 grams times 11. This is like 60 grams, a little over 60 grams of 80% silver. So we're talking about
Yeah, roughly $60 Canadian of silver. For $10. So I'm almost making 6 times my money from one item. Not bad. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to add this in. Let's go back to the main video.
And then lastly, I went to the weekend local flea market and picked up some items. My first purchase, my buddy who sells coins and collectibles on his usual stall. I haven't spent money on his stall for ages, and I just saw in his case, it's like, oh, here's an item I rarely see there. This is called a Yun Shi Kai dollar, or because that's his name, Yun Shi Kai, who's like the first president of Republican China. Well, they nickname him the Fat Man, or this is called like the Fat Man dollar. And then Chinese people, they call it the Big Head dollar because he has a big head. Well, not really big, but bald. But it's 中華民國3年. So that means China or Chinese Republic, or China Republic country third year, or 3 year, but it means third year. So that's like 1914. So it's already 100 years old. I already have a whole bunch of these, but I rarely see real ones locally. So if I can avoid ordering and fighting people on eBay, who bid up the items, might as well buy it, and have it in hand, right? And definitely on eBay, there's a lot of fakes. So I was able to, just pop open this capsule, and right away I knew it was the right weight. I actually asked my friend, does this weigh correctly? And he said, yeah, 36 and a half, 37 grams. Non-magnetic. He knows his bullion, silver bullion and stuff anyways, so I trust him. Known him for years and years. So it has that look. Under the loop, has all the good details. Took it out of the case, I just touched it. I felt, silver is a very good conductor of temperature or heat. So it felt cool in my hand, just like by touching the rims. It's like, ooh, cold, silver. So that was a good sign. And I've seen so many fakes out there that, I was quite positive. I was like 99.9% certain that it's legit. And the edging looks pretty good. But he said 175, but for you, my friend, 150 Canadian dollars. So you know what? You compare online, that's pretty much retail price with shipping. Maybe saved myself currently, I did look it up, currently maybe $20 off, compared to shipping for a comparable quality one. Which is not bad. There's no real scratches or dings or chop marks. I'd say this probably grades definitely VF. I don't think XF. Maybe it's a higher VF. Let's just say that, to be on the conservative side. So even though I have a whole bunch of these, you always look for the varieties. Like, I think online or in books, there's like some more valuable varieties. Not just going by the year, but just like for this year, year 3, 1914, they might say this is the Kangsu province variety because the eyes are weird looking, or it was made for the province and it's like googly eyes, or I don't know. It looks different. Or maybe the stars on his shoulders, right there, these stars on the badge, might be doubled. Other things, I think, like, depends how this character is written, that could be a different variety. Similar to other, let's say American coins. It might have like narrow leaves or broad leaves in this reef. There's some that have like a circle in the ribbon, and that's like super valuable. Or this little part of the character of dollar, yuan. If it looks more like a triangle, then it was issued for, I think, the Xinjiang region, like near Tibet or something, or maybe it's actually for Tibet. But little tiny varieties can change the value. So that was cool. Also picked up this. Let's see here. This star note. It's crisp. They were asking, the nice lady was asking asking $8 for it, and I was able to get it for $5. So that's just a little bit more than double face value. And it's really hard to get these from the bank, anymore post-COVID. So I don't know. Maybe it's worth $20. I gotta look it up. Certain serial numbers are worth more than others, but pretty cool, this vintage note. I mean, I have a whole bunch of the regular ones, but not too many of the star or replacement notes for this series. Very nice. $1974. And lastly, we got a funny story here. On my way out, I was checking out this new vendor. They had a whole bunch of coins, a lot of, mostly overpriced, and they had like junk bins, little junk boxes of coins. And I was rooting through, and I saw a few Asian cash coins. And when I say Asian, I mean Chinese. So this is a Qing Dynasty coin. Funny thing is, I just sort of put off the sides, and I put off this Austrian, I think 5 shilling coin off the side as well, thinking about it. It was like 1976, I believe. But I sort of stepped off to the side and used my phone to double check, because I know some late 70s Austrian coins could be silver, but that 1976 was too late. But I think the lady thought I was like checking this, because I ended up not buying that coin. Like, I came back and I pulled out this and I said, okay, $1, I'll just buy this. And the gentleman that runs the stall had stepped out. I guess that's her partner. And weird thing, it's like, I'm only buying a junk bin coin for $1. She goes, oh, this is not my stall, so I'm just helping. So, I have to take a picture of this while you're paying, or when you pay. So I paid the $1. She took a picture of it. I showed her. And she probably thought, oh, this young guy, he's checking on his iPhone to see, the value. Maybe it's some rare coin. Honestly, this is it sounds very cool, right? This is like from I think it's 1644, from the Qing Dynasty, from the first emperor of the Qing Dynasty, from the Dongshan region, because he has the Chinese character Dong. See, they made them throughout the reign of each emperor, like this specific emperor, and the earlier part of his reign, he would have Chinese characters on the mint mark on the back, and then later he started doing like Manchu on one side, Chinese on the other, and at the very end he just got rid of the Chinese mint mark and just had the Manchu for the mint, because basically these mean the same thing, I guess, but one in Chinese, one in Manchu. So he would have, or the mint would have the Manchu mint mark and the Manchu word or symbol for mint or coin. So totally got rid of the Chinese on that, but not on the front. They would still have the Chinese just for the commoners to know, oh, this is, you know, your money. So she probably thought I was getting a steal. She didn't stop me from buying it, but honestly, it sounds really cool, but this is maybe worth $2, $3 if I'm lucky, $4, $5 if I'm really lucky. Yeah, this is not some sort of treasure. I mean, if it was a really hard mint mark to get, let's say if it had the character for Thai, short for Taiwan, you know, the renegade, you know, renegade province, then this would be like super rare, hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, right? Never came across one of those, but this, I just didn't, you know, like for $1, I wanted to save it from being in a pile of junk foreign coins, like just regular vacation money that's not too old. So I could pass along to an actual collector down the road, you know, for a few bucks, make a tidy profit, or throw it in a lot or something like that. But I just wanted to save it from obscurity, right? But yeah, I got that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Coinpicker out.